welcome to the Big Challenge, where we surprise teams from schools across the country and put them to the ultimate test. Let's see if this programme's volunteers are up for the Big Challenge. Today we're in Hackney, East London, where our team of school staff from Homely Primary are going to need to get their dancing shoes on.
I thought, yeah, this will be interesting.
In just 24 hours, they've got to perfect a traditional folk dance and then perform it in front of the whole school and a panel of expert judges.
The bit where you smashed into each other, I quite like that.
They'll witness some proper Morris dancing before getting down to it themselves.
Like, no, can't do this. There is absolutely no way.
Our team of teachers have to brave tired legs, injuries and some unfamiliar attire.
The last time you'll ever see me wearing shorts.
It's the Big Challenge, the Big Dance.
Hop, 2, 3.
Up in the rehearsal room, Kevin was breaking into a sweat as Will introduced ever more contorting body moves.
It's 2 hops on your right foot,
Yeah.
and 2 little circles with your left leg.
Okay. This is where my knee spins off and...
So you try and stick that together. Okay,
all over.
5, 6. Step, kick, kick.
He was great. He was really good. He just broke it down into sort of manageable bits and then put together the sequence. He was very patient, actually. Yeah. So step, up.
So, Diana, what type of dancing have the Barbers got Kevin doing?
They've got him doing a tradition from Oxfordshire, which is called Sherborne, which belongs to a general group of Morris dancers called Cotswold, and it's characterised, as you can see, by handkerchiefs and kind of spatial placing, as well as using both feet patterns and hand patterns. So it needs a lot of coordination.
Damien, how do you think Kevin's getting on? He seems to be throwing himself into it.
I think the fitness is the key to Cotswold, and I suspect that Kevin hasn't been down the gym so much as maybe he should have done.
1, 2, 3. Oh, brilliant.
Although I felt I picked up the steps reasonably quickly, putting them together in a sequence was difficult. I couldn't do the hankies, couldn't get the hanky thing going properly. Although I did later on think I'd got it, but then the steps went, so it was a bit of a compromise.
After a couple of hours, it all seemed to click. Or was that Kevin's needs?
Right, hop together, side step.
I think as a team, I can actually get through it. Solo, I'd find it really hard, because I'd lose my place, I'm sure, but unless it kind of completely erases from my mind tonight. We'll have a practice tomorrow, I hope.
Well, it's decision time now. Our dance experts are finally going to tell us if our team are good enough to perform the Big Challenge tomorrow morning at school. Diana, let's find out.
Margaret, come on out here. Margaret, we think you've got great flexibility and that you're applying yourself really well to this. So we actually think that you're really up for this. So we're giving you a pair of clogs so that you can go away and practice and come back and let us see what you can do.
Great, well done, Margaret.
Thank you.
Okay, so Margaret's definitely in.
Karen, would you like to come forwards, my love? Well, we've been watching you and we've been looking at your enthusiasm. You weren't too sure early this morning, were you, when you looked at it? Definitely not. And there was an element of taking the mickey a bit sometimes.
Yeah.
But having watched what you've been up to today, we think that you should be able to do this. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yay.
So,
Karen's
look
in.
after these clogs.
Thank you.
And all the best for tomorrow.
Thank you very
I'm going to be
much.
looking forward to this.
Thank you.
Right. So, Kevin, step forward.
Kevin, I'm very impressed with the sweat that was on your brow earlier on this afternoon. You've put a lot of into this, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's going to need some work, definitely. But we're going to send you off with some bells so that you're not put off when you have to wear them tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
So look after those.
Well done,
All right, well done.
Just as the Homely teachers were thinking of going home after their hard day's work, Diana approached them with some unexpected news. The Demon Barbers wanted to up the stakes by throwing another dance at the team.
So, the ultimate test then, the rapper. What do you reckon?
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
It's the toughest dance they'll be working on. Will they perfect it? We'll have to see if they succeed tomorrow. I'm back at Homely Primary School, a mere 24 hours since Kevin, Margaret and Karen found out they were going to dance in front of the whole school. It's the final, and by far the hardest part of their personal big challenge. The school day began earlier than usual, with staff helping to create a festival atmosphere. The team used the time for a final rehearsal.
I woke up this morning with a mixture of anticipation and dread, excitement as well, and looking forward to it, and just hoping that we got it right, having rehearsed it. You know, I just felt that, you know, it would be a real shame if we messed up badly for the actual performance.
One man eager to see if the teachers could pull off the challenge was Fame Academy choreographer and judge for the day, Kevin Adams.
24-hour challenge is quite challenging. Normally, if you're learning a routine, you get like a few days, 3 days. So 24 hours, I'd be panicking. So I can imagine what kind of state they're going to be in. But still, it's a challenge and it has to be marked fairly.
I don't know about them being nervous. I'm nervous for them, actually, because, you know, they're going to be in front of their kids, and they are a really tough audience when you're a school teacher.
24 hours ago, 3 staff members of Homely Primary School had been plucked unsuspectingly from assembly and introduced to the art of English folk dancing. Could the team perform their dances convincingly in front of an eager audience? That's their big challenge. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Well, we've got a very special assembly for you all today. You've all been donating money to Comic Relief to come here and watch your teachers dance this morning, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing for you. But just to help you along, we've got some very special guests. With the introductions and opening formalities over, it was time for Kevin, Margaret and Karen to introduce themselves to an expectant audience.
My God, this is it, we're on. Didn't want to muck up, I wanted to do my best. I wanted to show the kids that, you know, if a challenge is put up to you, no matter what it is, that you can do it if you try.
I thought it went well. A bit nervous, definitely. Very nervous. I don't know why, but I guess it's a lot of fancy footwork, so you had to really be on point.
Judges have to say. Diana.
Absolutely. Well, again, I'm very impressed. Actually getting all those step sequences and getting your balance right is really important. So you've done fairly well there, girls. Great. Like that.
7. Okay. And Kevin?
The bit where you smashed into each other, I quite like that. I don't know if that was choreographed, but I quite like that. No, there were some good elements there. It's really hard.
It is a hard one.
And I know it's hard, but you mastered it. And to master even 2 steps in 24 hours is amazing. I'm giving you a clogtastic 7.
All right. Okay.
The performance went fantastic. The kids loved it, we loved it. Watching Kevin do his dance, because that was the first time that we saw him do the actual dance, was brilliant.
And how many primary heads would risk it all by performing a Morris dance in front of their school?
Well, certainly from my point of view, that was the best that I danced it. Better than any rehearsal. I mean, there were a few bits that weren't perfect, but from my point of view, I think, yeah, I was quite pleased.
just have to say. Diana, what did you make of that? Oh, I'm just really quite amazed. Just need to get the hands up a little higher.
Hands up a little higher.
Just a little higher.
Okay. 8 from Diana,
Good
very
8.
high. And Kevin?
Well, I've got to say it was a little bit out of time in the middle there.
Ooh, okay.
But,
Yes.
Someone's got to say it. But there were some good elements there. And I really like the fact, you use the scarves, and it kind of relates to kind of modern stuff. Funky, hip-hop, scarf dancing.
Right.
And you were there, funky and hip-hop. I liked it.
Okay, good.
It's a very positive hip-hop 8.
Oh, brilliant. Really good.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So it seemed that in the eyes of the judges, Kevin's performance was the better of the two. But it was the dance the teachers had to perfect late last night that would decide if they had successfully completed the big challenge.
I think without a doubt, the fact that you two lads can trust your dancers to look after you with backward somersaults says everything.
Great.
It's really difficult as a professional dancer to trust anyone, let alone holding on to someone that's not a professional dancer. So holding on, my cap comes off to you. Yeah. With backflips, my hands are in my mouth. Do you know, it was really, really good. Really polished performance. Really, really good.
Fantastic.
Well
so they've done it.
Well
They
done.
have achieved it.
Absolutely.
They have. Well done.
I'm going to take up, dancing now, I've decided, because I need discipline in my life. So, yeah, it was good. 2 thumbs.
Congratulations, sir.
Wow.
Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you.
Excellent, fantastic. I'm definitely going to take up clog dancing. It was a big challenge, but loved every minute of it.
You get a trophy!
The staff had completed their big challenge and the assembly had raised lots of money for comic relief.
For me, I'm a head teacher, so I obviously think about teaching and learning a lot. And going through the whole experience, I've definitely learnt more about teaching and more about learning.
Well, that's about it for this episode of The Big Challenge. All that remains for me to do now is to thank the staff and pupils here at Homely Primary School and all our experts and traditional dancers for making this such a fun episode. See you next time.